Namaste YouTube, welcome to CAFE ENOMA and welcome to our reaction to Warren Zevon. We are going to react to the song Werewolves of London. It's a request of our patron David J. And this would be our first time listen to this song, as is the case with many songs that we listen to and react to and we are requested by our patrons. Sometimes, what happens when we give our first time single take honest reactions. I would emphasize on honest reaction. A lot of people don't understand why honest. Maybe the world is so dishonest that people don't come across honesty that often that they can't really accept as it is, as true as it is. Recently we reacted to a song from somewhere where, about an incident or an event that happened in the past, and the song was about that. Of course, that incident has happened about 3 decades or so ago, and today I can't really shed a tear. And even though if I wanted, I didn't get to know it. It may have been, before my birth. So I wouldn't know the impact of it. So anyway, it wouldn't get me into teary eyes. Plus, a lot of people, a lot of commenters said that your reactions are uninformed. You should be doing research. That is what I wanted to focus on. You should be doing research before you react to something. What happens after we do research and if the song isn't really worthwhile? Is the reaction going to change after that? Should I just make it up that after researching I like the sound of the song much better?
And what part of first time single take honest reaction don't you guys understand?
So I really didn't understand why people kept saying research. After researching, and if I didn't like the sound of it, it would be even worse reaction.
That's there.
It would be, because expectations are very high.
Maybe we'll talk more in detail about some of these things if you have the time later.
Yeah.
Let's get on with the music now. It's really important to be aware and be open-minded about things. It's not that we can like everything. We try our best to like. We are here because we want to enjoy music. Good music. But sometimes we just can't like something. It's a heartless rendition, as in the case of the same song she was talking about. If it's so sad and so emotional, why was it sung that way? Let's get started.
I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the place called Lee Ho Fook's, gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo. Howling around your kitchen door. You better not let him in. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. Werewolves of London again. Ahoo, werewolves of London. The hairy-handed gent who ran amok in Kent. Lately he's been overheard in Mayfair. You better stay away from him. He'll rip your lungs out, Jim. I'd like to meet his tailor. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo. London. Ahoo. I saw Lon Chaney walking with the Queen, doing the Werewolves of London. I saw Lon Chaney Jr. walking with the Queen, doing the Werewolves of London. I saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's. His hair was perfect. Werewolves of London. Draw blood. Werewolves of London.
Wow, wow. I love the way he sings that chorus. That hook.
That is
makes it
not
special.
done alone, but it sounds so good. You know, it's not easy to get that sound all alone.
Yeah.
Ahoo. I think he's saying who. Who exactly is the werewolf of London?
I don't know. I just think he's making the sound of the werewolf.
No, I thought it was he's actually asking, making the sound of the wolf, but also asking as a question.
What did you think of the whole song? How did you enjoy
I enjoyed
singing
his
the music?
singing a lot. It's like it sounds great. It sounds exciting the way he says "ahu" each time. Even those lines are sung, in a good pace, and then "ahu" comes as a breather. Plus the piano playing along with the vocals. Exact at the same
Dun,
time.
dun, dun, dun. Nice tune.
You remember it instantly on the first listen itself. It's memorable, that kind of a tune. And I like the drumming that goes along with the piano, the vocals, and the drums. Then comes if any other instrument was played, probably the guitar.
It's an uplifting song, kind of uplifting. I don't really get the meaning on the first listen directly. Perhaps if I go through the lyrics now, I might understand it a bit better. But it's so uplifting. It's so much fun. The way it's sung. It's an entertaining song. It's an entertaining song. There is a story in the song.
Yeah.
Ends with the Queen and couple of
people,
other lines. But it starts off with the Chinese restaurant and the
menu,
food and things over there. So they're the beef chow mein and etc. But for me, it's all about the way it is sung, his voice, the piano tune, as you said, the guitar, the drums. And the hook, the hook, the second one, it was a pleasant surprise the first time, and it became more delightful the second and third time.
Yeah. You changed it.
Werewolves of London. Maybe make it a little deeper.
Hey, the pace of the song is very, very well designed, or whatever you call it. It was done very well. It goes in a very good pace, one after the other. Werewolves of London, and then Ahu and everything. It all just flows beautifully. Great flow to the song.
What did you get of it on the first listen? Anything at all? What is it talking about? Who are these werewolves?
As far as I know, werewolves are supposed to be men who kind of turn into an animal-like thing, like the
Like
movie
a wolf.
Split. Yeah.
Okay.
When he gets into his other character, he feels very strong or something like that, like a wolf. Yeah, double, triple, or 10 times more the power of a man he gets, and their brain only becomes, what do we call, predatory. They get predatory instincts in them. So he's talking about someone who had the Chinese menu. Maybe he was so hungry and he turned into a werewolf kind of character. With the menu he's running, so of course he's hungry and he wants food. I think he's talking about general people, how they react to at certain times. So because of hunger, probably he is like a werewolf in London city. Different people and their reactions, responses, or they act in London city. Some people may look completely fine, but they are wolfish inside. I think it is something like that.
Yeah, probably. That's what it's all
The
about.
first part gives me that idea, because he's saying with the Chinese menu, why would a werewolf take the menu and roam around? So he was looking for some beef chow mein or something, and chow mein. And then after that, there is another. There is a mention of a lady who was mutilated, maybe because of some other guy who committed crime. I think people in the city and the crimes and things like that.
There's a movie which I very vaguely and faintly remember right now, but it does remind me of a movie which was a huge hit when it came out. I think in the US as well as in India. It was called Teen Wolf. And this movie, I think it's starring Michael J. Fox. And he turns into this wolf at night, he starts growing hair.
We had a movie
very
in
beautifully
India
shown. So he starts growing hair on his face, his hands, everything. And then he goes around at night time, doing all kinds of things.
It's a very old movie, actually. Very old.
So this may be inspired little bit by that movie, or maybe the movie script is inspired by this song, depending which came earlier. But it seems like this is what is happening. This werewolf is like attacking people on the road at night, maybe mainly young ladies. Jack the Ripper comes to mind since it's in London. And let's see the ending, because that might reveal what it is all about. Well, I saw Lon Chaney walking with the Queen, doing the Werewolves of London. I saw Lon Chaney Jr. walking with the Queen, doing the Werewolves of London. I saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's, and his hair was perfect. So maybe about these people who are like party animals, who are on the prowl at night, looking for girls, looking for young ladies to
doing something
spend the night with, or date with them, or meet with them, or harm them in some way. Based on that mutilation part earlier, maybe they are looking to harm them. Teen Wolf was kind of on those lines. And I'm guessing there must have been many other movies which I don't know about. So nice, but once again, that part for me was the main part that attracted me. That Ow and Werewolves of London, and then the beautiful voice, beautiful music. Yeah, interesting. Not much really to take away for me as a human being or a counselor. What do I really take away? As morals or as a lesson learned. But yeah, be on your guard every single night.
Normal looking people, they may not have the werewolf looks, but they may be inside, something like that. I think that's what the song is all about. You better stay away from him. He'll rip your lungs out, Jim. Whoever this Jim is telling him, giving him an advice or caution. I like to meet his tailor. Why would he like to meet his tailor? I don't know. But yeah. They are all over the place. A lot of
interesting lines. So I guess that's about it. What do you have to say about anything else to end this video? Any summary, any pointers for the viewers? Anything about us, as you always do?
Anything about us would be, I think I myself feel that I'm repeating myself every single time that we react to. That we are both from Mumbai, India, reacting to music that is mainly requested by our patron, and mostly from the western part, from America, the continent, from Europe, and we try our best to understand what is being said in the song. Just like here, Werewolves of London, I've never heard before. I don't know if there is a concept also somewhere in Soho or somewhere in London. I don't know. And the people who have been with us through this journey, when we started, they would realize that how much I have personally, not you because you already were into Western music a lot, used to listen to, used to understand, connect with it to a certain extent, but how much I have adapted it, and I have started connecting with it personally as well, which is not a cup of tea for every Indian girl or a woman. They in fact wouldn't even like listening to it. More than 2 songs you push on them, they are done. There can be a relationship breakup because of someone trying to push something on
some
them.
of the songs are very, very low quality and substandard, and lyrics are definitely not relevant to our culture and our people. So yeah, it's tough. What Kirti has done is commendable, and definitely for our viewers, the new ones especially, and those who've joined us maybe recently, it's definitely important to watch our reactions, listen to what both of us say with an open mind. Because even though I may have heard Western music, I'm a hardcore Indian by heart. So when it comes to certain topics, certain concepts, I definitely am strongly in favor of them in songs, and sometimes I'm strongly against certain concepts and topics and things. For instance, drugs. Any song that even mildly seems to suggest or promote drugs, I go against it automatically. That's my culture, that's my values. It's just how I've been raised.
Yeah.
And it's difficult, I know, for someone who's taking drugs or who's aware that at every street corner is being sold, to actually open
not
their
the
minds
case here.
and listen to our review with an honest opinion, or honest perception of what we are seeing, to accept it. But that's how we are. We are not going to change because we don't like it.
It doesn't really go down well with me these days. Even Oscar-nominated movies are showing that people are sniffing and taking drugs, and the entire
whole process.
That is not right. That
Right
is
from
not
bad.
right for the generations to come. You showing it part of everyday life. That shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the state the human race has come to. That such big accolades the movies are gonna get with those kind of scenes, glorifying or not glorifying, I don't care. But it is their part of that movie as a major aspect. It's not going down well in the future.
Definitely. Well said, well said. I totally agree with what you said. That's it for this one. Werewolves of London. Ow! That was bad or okay? Ow!
You do sound like a wolf. That's all I can say. Thank you for watching.